Hi, church family in Central California. I'd like to talk to you a little bit today about our mission that God has given to us. We have 10 million people to reach with the Adventist message and then to cooperate with taking the gospel to all the world. And as we do that, we will never have enough money to pay for enough pastors and teachers and Bible workers to do that. It's going to take every converted man, woman, and child getting involved and sharing Jesus every day with the people around them. So do what you can there. At the same time, God has put in our hands resources and treasures to be used to break new ground in God's work. Every year in our conference, we have a special offering called the Camp Meeting Evangelism Offering. You can find out more at cccgift.org. And what does this offering go to? It allows us to break new ground in God's work. This has helped in the past to have guest evangelists come in and see hundreds of people baptized. It's allowed us to develop and multiply glow tracts. And this coming year, there are 4 special areas where we want to focus. One is fill every baptistery. Twice a year, we're asking all of our churches across the conference to fill their baptistery to make sure that it works, and at the same time to do the proper preparation so that there are people in the baptistery to be baptized. We are training volunteer evangelists, men, women, youth, children, to preach the message. And from that Camp Meeting Evangelism offering, we're giving seed money to every church that's involved in this project so that they can have people ready for that Fill Every Baptistery Sabbath. Second area that we're working with is that we know we need an Adventist witness in every community, every neighborhood, every city and town in our conference. So we've got to start new groups. We've got to plant some mission groups of 12 or more people who are committed to growing into a viable church. And so we want to have some funding available to help them get started, and then as they reach certain benchmarks, to give them an infusion of additional money so they can keep growing and taking the Adventist message to every community. The third area that we want to tap for those Camp Meeting Evangelism funds is that we want to help send every high school, academy, and homeschool senior on a mission trip during their senior year. That time of their life where they're making key decisions about their future, we want to put them out on the front lines for a week or two, sharing the message, watching God change lives, and we believe that will influence the rest of their life. The fourth area is what we call fill every desk. As I visited all of our schools across Central California during this last school year, I've noticed good things happening every day in the classrooms. But I've also noticed that in some schools we're only operating at 40, 50, 60% capacity. And so we want to give incentives to schools to work with their local churches and the families and the children to fill the emptiness until we get to higher capacity. And for the schools that are fully committed to the mission and getting that big boost in enrollment, we want to give them a special grant to keep moving forward in developing young missionaries for Jesus. So friends, this is how we want to use the funds. I have to tell you, a generous donor has already given $500,000 to help us toward this. Some of you could do that too. Some of you could double that. But for some of you, a $5,000 gift or a $500 gift would be a sacrifice for you. God doesn't look for equal giving, He looks for equal sacrifice. So as you reflect on what the Lord has done for you and what you can do in response to help His work go forward, look at not only what you can give in a one-time gift, but what you might be able to do each month or each week throughout the year. You can put that in your Adventist Giving app or Adventist Giving Online or cccgift.org. You can do it in the church, an offering envelope, but you can give. In addition to that, there are people who have extra homes that this may be the time to take one of those and sell it to advance God's work. There are those who have extra cars sitting around or motorcycles or horses or goats or whatever it might be. Why don't we do whatever we can to put resources into the harvest to see God's work multiply and share with everybody we can, because when Jesus comes soon, we want as many of those 10 million people in our territory and far beyond to be ready for His return. Take a few moments right now, prayerfully consider what a sacrificial gift would be for you, and ask God to guide you in that decision. And then mark it, move forward, put it in the envelope, or go online, whatever you can do to help God's work go forward during this coming year with a camp meeting evangelism offering. God bless you.